All right, so season 2 of the podcast, perfect timing. Season 2 of Sun OC just come out. I got my boys here, Gio, Austin, Tyler. Welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Good to be here.
Yeah.
I think it's so cool that we can be in one place and talk and just hang.
I know. It's been a minute. I feel like I haven't seen much of you guys lately at all. So
Thanks for the invite to that volleyball tournament.
it was cool, right?
It was so cool. I had a blast.
Yeah.
It was just seeing a little into like your world and your upbringing and a lot of your childhood friends, and they were so inviting to me too and welcoming. It was cool. I had a great time.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's cool. I mean, it's been going since the 70s or 80s, I think, and it's the same people down there, multiple generations, and it's still happening. And that's why Laguna and Orange County is so special. Is those traditions still live, and kind of as much as the landscape has changed, in the real estate world, those sort of community events have stayed, which is nice. Did you win? I didn't win. I didn't win this year. Nope.
What was crazy is that it's literally on the beach that you grew up on, right in front of your childhood house.
So my great grandma used to kind of help put that tournament on, and
you guys put it on. Yeah, it was like, this is crazy.
So another family started it, but I mean, it's collectively a few families, have helped over the years, and my grandma used to there's a storage thing under our house, and she used to host all the volleyball poles and nets and all those things. And so, it's cool.
I hope traditions like that never die. It's
right?
it's weird. Like our world, sometimes we crave the new, let's say an old house, you tear it down, build a new. But there are things like that I never want to see go away.
Yeah.
For sure. It's like private country clubs too. There's a feeling you get when you walk into, Pebble Beach Clubhouse or some of the top country clubs around the world where you can't replicate it. The feeling you get when you walk in, it's just, you can feel the history.
Yeah.
Yeah, when all the greats have walked through there and hit on those greens before.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Speaking of golf, man, you're getting dialed into golf. You just got it.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You're taking lessons.
I took one lesson, bro, and I went and golfed with you. He's absolutely insane.
Yeah. Well, we knew that.
But no, it's like I didn't expect him to be that good, because he's not a pro anymore. You don't practice. He doesn't go to the range at all. Every hit he hit, I was like, this is absolutely insane. Just perfection. The ball would go exactly, and it defied gravity. It defied everything.
So unfair.
It was insane.
It is unfair. He was watching us hit balls one day, and he literally out of the corner of his eye just said one thing that changed everything for me for 2 weeks, and then I stopped doing it because I forgot. But for those 2 weeks, it was amazing.
That's the hard thing too. You try to help someone, but you have such a short period of time, and sometimes when you make a change, it doesn't go directly and impact direct result from it, right?
Yeah.
It takes time to progress. But you're doing good. I'm glad you guys all starting to play. We need to get Gio out there too.
Oh God,
we do need to get Gio out there.
Gio needs some more range time. He's fucking terrible. I'm
But
not
dude,
being mean.
no,
bro.
not at all. He's actually
honest.
being 100% real.
That's what friends are for.
Suck, but
You did look like a golfer though. He was
You look the part. You just suck, dude.
once I kept that left arm straight, I started hitting it slowly.
Kind of. You hit I think out of 100 balls, maybe 2 went straight.
Maybe. That's fair.
I mean, not bad.
Yeah, I guess.
1 out of 50.
You guys just got done filming season 2
Yeah.
and season 3, maybe.
No, season 3 as well.
Yeah.
No, we got one more week.
Yeah.
Exhausted, tired, mentally drained, all the above.
Yeah.
I think it's bittersweet.
Yeah.
When you're in it, you're you can't wait till it's over, and then once it ends, you miss it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like school in a way, where you show up every day, you have your friends at school, but then we all forget that we all have our own lives outside of this thing as well. So when we I'm excited when we all get together. It's first day of school vibes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a bubble though, because when you're filming, it's something else. It's you're almost on vacation. It's
True.
It's not.
Nothing else matters.
It doesn't feel like work, It just feels like fun, because it is.
Yeah.
You're working, but it's you're filming. You got all this production. You're getting glammed. It's all these cameras around that people don't see, but and then everyone heightens their personality times 10. So it's it just feels like.
It's weird. I don't know how it has been for you two, but it's weird now that we're kind of towards the end, going back into the real world.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I'm filming, everything else in my life is on pause. Like,
Yeah.
I can't do everything else, like from the most basic things to bigger work in general. And it's almost like, I think you said it was bittersweet. It's almost, I already miss it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I do miss it, but in the same breath, it's been really nice.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
just having a little moment to reset and
I'll
chill.
just like do all my laundry because it was getting built up. Like,
You're not doing laundry. Let's be real.
I didn't do laundry forever, dude. It was crazy. Just doing, the mundane bullshit. It's boring, but then it's like you were saying, it's just like you skip a beat.
Yeah.
When we're filming, unless you have a good partner or something who can kind of like keep things alive,
For sure.
you're just like, the couple stills I was able to get squeezed through the pipeline, they were just residual leads, like nothing new. I wasn't able to develop any new business when you're filming.
Too busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have time.
Yeah.
And production doesn't care. It's like you got to be filming. You're filming, and that's number one. So it's like you definitely need a partner. That that's why
Yeah.
Justin and I work together, and it works so well. Is just
Yeah.
because when I can't be there, Justin's on top of it, and he's also great at everything he does. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's important in life to have partners and, be able one to help the other one when they need to be picked up.
Yes.
So,
And this is not an industry that stuff can just sit. If you forget about a buyer or something, like they'll just find somebody else that can help them out right away. So you need somebody that can respond and be on it. And so
Yeah. A new lead, you have to respond within 5 minutes, or they're gone.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
yeah,
they'll move on for sure.
dog eat dog.
Oh, speaking of dog eat dog, did you know your dad beat me out on a deal last week?
No, I'm
So
sorry.
listen to this.
Don't say it.
There's 36 offers.
Oh, I did hear about this one, but I didn't know you were.
He didn't know. He didn't know that it was me at the end, and I didn't know it was him at the end.
Oh.
So what happened? Basically, we, as those things progress, it's not 1 or 2 days, right? It's
Yeah.
counter offers, this, that.
Yeah.
We basically made it in. I mean, he called me in the morning and was like, "Look, we're thinking of using you, but there's this other one, and or going with you guys, but there's this other one, and we put our best foot forward, and I thought I had it wrapped up. I really did. And then he called me back and was like, sorry, we're gonna go with the other offer. Didn't even give me like the last thing. So that means he probably went to your dad and gave him the last option, which I wish I had that last option.
Maybe.
Because I probably could have gotten a little higher.
Yeah.
But
Where was
no,
this?
it was in Dana Point.
Yeah.
Total fixer. Amazing lot. I mean, complete flat land view. I mean, it's perfect bare bones project to just make it your own.
Were you gonna buy it and fix it up?
No. It was a client of mine.
Okay.
Yeah, client of mine, and they were looking for a little bit of fixer, not that one completely, but it was just such a special property, hence the 36 offers.
Yeah.
And probably 20 of them were developers, all cash. So, but anyways, he posted it, and then I saw it, and I was like,
You're like, you fucker. Yeah.
Well, listen, if you're gonna lose to someone though, Tyler's dad's the guy to lose to.
well,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I
Mr.
wrote.
Laguna
I
Beach.
said
Yeah.
if I had to lose to someone,
Yeah.
I would like it.
Yeah.
to
He's
be
got
that.
roots, dude, for how many years?
I think he's been in the business for 20, 25,
I was gonna
26
say
years.
25 years of
Yeah.
roots.
Yeah.
You can't really beat that.
No, I know. It's tough. No, he's a legend for sure.
At least you came up, runner up. That's something to be said.
What is it?
Was
what is it?
your buyer pissed or? Like,
No, the buyer was fine. I mean,
Okay.
he understood. I mean, we already went above and beyond where he was comfortable, and he was okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think if anything, I made him now now I'm talking to him twice a day because now he's like super motivated because
Yeah.
he got that juices
Yeah.
in him to where like he almost felt like he had the house.
Yeah.
And now he's ready to go. Something else.
Dana Point's on the up and up too. Like,
It is.
there's all these new restaurants. They're doing the harbor reno soon. Like,
What's that happening?
Dude, the Strands.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the,
The
most.
number-
Oh, yeah,
I think the most amount of billionaires live in the Strand out of
Yeah.
all of Orange County.
Yeah, and they're all second homes.
It's ridiculous.
yeah,
Must be
Yeah.
nice.
yeah. One day,
One day.
we'll be there.
One day.
When they redoing the harbor?
I think the plans. I don't know. I don't know the timeline, but it's in the works. I know that some of the restaurants they're basically on call to have to leave.
Oh, wow.
I believe last I heard it was like a parking issue with the Coastal Commission or something. That could be fake news. I don't know, but I do know that they were moving forward and there was some hiccup with parking. So
Got it.
yeah,
Speaking of roots, I think another crazy thing that people don't know is I don't know if we told you, Gio and I went to high school together.
I know it's so crazy.
Like we went
Small,
to a
private
school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so wild. And I remember the dinner. It was like I had just joined the office. You were there before I was, and Jason took us all out. It was only like 6 of us then at the time, and we're sitting next to each other in Newport, and I was like, "Oh, where do you go to high school, bro?" And you're like, "I went to Western Christian." I'm like, "Hold up, are you fucking with me?" Like, I was like, "I went to Western Christian," and we put one and one together, and it just like blows my mind still.
I know, we were talking about all the people that we knew, because my sister was 4 years younger than me, so she was, graduated close around when you did, and she knew a lot of, different
She knew
people.
my wife. She was literally on the same cheer squad as Tiff.
What a small world.
Yeah,
Crazy.
Small world.
And then Veronica Ragaman, she was like the school mom.
Right.
She like controlled all of us.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And we have to know some of the same people.
I'm
'cause I know
sure.
a lot of people that went to Western.
Yeah, I'm sure we
And
do.
we graduated the same year, so
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Oh, and then you, then you went to high school with my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Small world. Yeah.
Tony, like
He just helped
we're,
me.
like,
He got me
connected.
like a discount on some golf clubs, bro.
No way.
Yeah. That's some new golf
Small,
clubs.
small world.
It's crazy. Yeah. I didn't even know that until, what was it? Was it your son's birthday party?
Yeah, yeah.
And he was there, and I was like,
there,
"What
yeah.
the hell are you doing here?"
Oh yeah, you guys recognize each other.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's so crazy.
yeah. Small world.
So I still go to I still go to a dentist in like Covina area. And this was like a couple weeks ago. I was there, and he was like, "Oh, you're on that show." And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, I was at a bachelor party once with Austin." I was like, "Hold on,
So
you mean
random.
Austin's bachelor party?" He's like, "No, no, no."
Oh, I was about to say, who is he? Oh, fuck.
But here's this guy. He's like a younger dentist. He's
Oh,
like our
man.
age, obviously. And he's like, I'm like at the table with my mouth open and shit. And he's like telling me all these like stories about this bachelor party. You have a mutual friend, I guess.
I wonder
And
who it
he said he
is.
didn't know you well, but you both knew this friend well.
I wonder what it was, dude.
Party
We'll
Austin
talk
was there in full
later.
force.
You saw a glimpse of Party Austin in Cabo.
Oh, was that just a glimpse?
That was a glimpse, bro.
Oh, boy.
Back in the day, I was like that times 100, bro.
That's funny.
Dude, Cabo looked epic.
Cabo was epic, but it was long. Like we did
Yeah.
not stop filming, and we would get up at 7. We'd be filming by 8, and then would wrap at like midnight for
Yeah.
3 or 4 days straight.
It's crazy.
I don't know about you guys, but when I look back on that trip,
drink.
it feels like it was 2 weeks.
It,
Like
we drank
asked me
like we were
how
there for
long-
2 weeks.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I told you guys I gained 9 pounds while I was there. Like, literally.
So funny.
Because we didn't really eat that much. We were just drinking
Yeah.
the entire time.
Did we not eat? I guess not. I feel like, to your point, like the only
We
meal
had
that
food
I
in our
remember
room, but
was
like
No.
we'd wake up and be like, "Go,
yeah.
Yeah.
go, go, go."
We had dinner the first night, and then that was kind
That's
of
the
it.
thing. Overall theme with production, though, food is an afterthought. I'm serious. They, it's not a criticism.
first.
I enjoy it, but the booze, yes.
It's
Funneled
nice.
down your throat.
Being an alcoholic, it's amazing. But
You need to eat sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes you need to put some.
They
good,
get what they
some good
want, though.
fish.
You know.
Indeed.
they sure do.
Speaking of your roots and good fish, when are we going to get some more of that ahi?
I know. I've been on a serious
Bro,
slump
yeah,
They've
lately.
been winning lately. He
I
told me there was like a big, whatever. What do they call that? School of fish.
oh yeah,
Right off the coast that you were going. You
Yeah.
left dinner early.
yeah.
Ran out there and zero.
So I ended up hooking a fish. I fought it for like 45 minutes.
Oh.
Wow.
Got it to the boat. Went to gaff it. The fish literally started like beating me with the gaff. As I'm like filming it, you can hear me getting like beat up by this fish, and then it tears off the gaff, takes my lure, swims away.
No
And afterwards,
way.
I was so mad and frustrated. I like had to sit down on my boat. I was by myself. I like almost threw up. I was like I was distraught.
It's your Moby
Wait,
Dick.
did you
Yeah.
went fishing by yourself?
Yeah,
Oh, crazy.
yeah.
I'll
It's
go
fine
back.
when there's small fish, but there's been some bigger fish around lately, and so
Last year that tuna was fire though. I chopped it up and seared it, ate it raw,
Yeah.
cooked it like different sauces.
So
It was
good.
So good.
yeah.
Every time you cook it, it looks. I mean,
Yeah.
prepare it. It looks good.
Yeah, I want to try and get some fish before we go to Palm Springs, but I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Oh, please.
I'll
It'd
go
be
with
fun
you,
if-
bro. Let's
It'd be
go.
fun if we could have a little
Yes.
fresh sushi
Fishing
out there.
down.
That would be nice. I'm
Yeah.
excited about this
I've
weekend.
never been fishing in the ocean. Never.
It's weird that you got sick that one day on the boat in Cabo, because when we've been on my boat and other times you've been fine.
That day was like so rough though. It was only me, so like let's clear the script here. I was not the only one throwing up on that fucking boat. There was 5 at the production who were not drinking.
Yeah.
So I know I was hungover, so that does add some a little bit to it. But there was 5 production who were not drinking.
They only catch you at your finest moments.
Yeah. We were all on the side throwing up together. There's whales jumping in the background. And we're like, yeah.
You were
It's the
supportive.
best video
I have the
ever.
best video ever
Yeah.
of Austin throwing up, being like I love Cabo, and then a whale's like breaching, and then he's like throwing up again.
That was great.
So funny.
Terrible. They're like, you can go to shore. I was like, no, I'm not going. I'm not going to give in. I really wanted to drive that jet ski.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Speaking of ocean and your surfing, tell us a little bit about your background. I feel like you've, such a professional expert surfer, but we don't really give us a little background on that.
I mean, yeah. So I learned to surf when I was 3. My mom's from Hawaii. Both my mom and dad surfed, and so, I mean, growing up on the beach, we didn't really play football. We went to the beach, so skimboarding, fishing, surfing, and luckily I'm still in love with those things. But yeah, I grew up competing and did all the amateur events, and then competed professionally for a little bit. But by the time I was ready to compete professionally, I was so burnt out and over it. And as a kid, the amateur circuit is every single weekend you're competing, and it just wasn't fun. And truth be told, there was a lot of people that were just a lot better than me, and I was just over it. And so I ended up getting my real estate license at 19, and then somehow surfing just, I kind of fell back into it, and then was able to align myself with some brands where I didn't have to compete, and was just able to travel. And
You found the love for the game.
yeah, I found the love, and then I didn't have to compete, and then the success that I was looking for kind of found me with surfing, and I was able just to do what I really wanted to do anyways, which was surf good waves and travel.
What are the brands? I mean, I see them. They're all so colorful.
I mean, at the moment, I've worked with Catch Surf for 10 years now or something, and they've been super fun. They originally just started making softboards, and then they have a clothing brand as well. But the group of guys that they align themselves with is super special. They have Kalani Robb, who's he's a legend within the sport. They've got Jamie O'Brien, this guy Blair Conklin. There's 5 guys, Johnny Redmond. There's basically 5 of us, and we all are so different. So that's why traveling with them is really fun.
Nice.
Um,
So you get paid to do that? And you just travel and go.
Yeah.
Go around?
I get paid, and then I get paid a salary, and then I have a collection within the brand where I have some trunks and boards, and it's all my signature
You get,
graphic that we do
royalty or
each year, and I
something,
have royalties.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's good, and it's just at this point it's just supplemental income and fun that I can still do what I love doing and make a little bit of money at it. But obviously, all of our main focus is selling houses now. So yeah.
Well, not.
Have you ever met
honestly.
any clients out there on those waves? I'm sure you have. I mean,
What's crazy is I've actually met clients traveling, and then I'll connect with them, and then they're looking for a place in Orange County, and yeah, so
That's
especially if you're
great.
traveling in expensive areas, people, so
That's instant connection too. They're definitely going to be your clients.
right?
Yeah.
The camaraderie
Yeah.
there.
unless I'm being a total asshole in the water, so I feel I'd never work
That's
with that
my
guy.
wave.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that has happened actually.
Yeah. And then Austin, your modeling career going well still?
Seems like it.
Yeah, it's good, man.
G4,
It's very passive these days, yeah. G4, model for them a lot. Been with them for, I think, 6 years now. Going on 6 years this year.
They're my favorite golf clothing brand right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's expensive, So I hook the homies up with the codes when I
Yes.
can.
Thank you.
I get free gear myself just because I'm, giving the brand a little bit of more insight, But yeah, I've been working for them for 6 years. The photographer, Tony Kelly, is amazing.
He's
the bright,
crazy out of this world. Amazing.
yeah,
His shots are insane.
the
Yeah.
bright,
Yeah.
vibrant colors,
Yeah.
and just
And he seems like he always wants to break shit.
he loves to break shit. Yeah, I flew in a helicopter and I threw a brand new golf bag and a brand new. I don't know why we had to use brand new golf clubs.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I'll take these golf clubs.
Put mine in there.
Yeah, they're like $2,500 golf clubs, and I'm
Oh.
like 100 yards in a helicopter in the sky, and he's like, chuck it out. And I'm like, man, do I have to really? Mine are in my trunk. I'll just throw those pieces of shit. I have burners, He's like, no, do you throw them? I threw them. They all broke. I was like, no. But yeah, we do cool shit. He loves to break stuff. He loves tits. He loves ass. He loves, all that kind of sex appeal, and then also he used to be a lot more fun back in the day because he would, ride the borderline of being inappropriate. But now there's so much woke shit going on. He's just kind of, had to pull back. But it's a lot of fun, man. Yeah.
Nice.
Modeling is still going. It's passive. It used to be, I started when I was 15 modeling. And that used to be my, my main source of income. But obviously when you have kids, things change. I needed another source. So got my real estate license in 2017 because I was kind of proposed that year, had kids, and I think COVID's when it really started taking working real estate more than modeling.
Yeah.
Modeling's now my kind of side hustle.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's a good side hustle.
It's nice,
Yeah.
dude. When I was like 15, I was making like $1,000 a day, and I
Yeah.
was going through EMT school, and EMT school is like, for any first responders, I'm like, that job, my hands down to any first responder, it's crazy. So you make like $9 an hour doing that, and
Yeah.
and you're saving lives. They don't get paid enough. And I was like, do I do this or do I go model? So I modeled and just kind of let that career go, just because it was so brutal.
Yeah.
I got paid way more just being a live mannequin, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad I got into it. It's been super. The success I've been finding is huge.
Do you have to like essentially say no to a bunch of jobs when we're filming?
Yeah. So I'll
Okay.
hit up production and say, I got this job on these dates. If it's paying like $10,000, and I'm like, sorry, I'm going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But if
Yeah.
it's, usually if it's paying $5K or more, I'll say I'm going to this.
Okay.
Because I have a family to feed, and it's like,
Yeah.
more, like you said, we can't focus on real estate deals
No.
while we're filming. It's too hard. So this is just easy money for me. I just skip a day of filming, and I can go to, I usually drive to LA,
Yeah.
get my day rate, and then drive back home and shoot for 8 hours and done. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but if it's like, a quick like half day job for $1,500, it's like,
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
I just say no.
Between gas money.
Yeah, right. Yeah, gas is expensive right now, too. It's like $6 a gallon again.
No one's talking about it right now. It just
No.
keeps going up.
Yeah.
Gio, and you have a background in the theater or being a producer, or
Oh, geez.
what's the story there?
No, I mean,
It feels like it when we film sometimes.
I do lay it on thick for the cameras.
No.
But no, that was really just, I've always loved film.
Yeah.
And it's always been like just a hobby of mine to, watch movies. Very amateur film buff. But my one for like little step into that world was being able to help produce this documentary about this local OC nonprofit, and what they were doing was taking these cancer patients and survivors who've kind of been living in hospitals under fluorescent lights and sort of taking them to the other extreme and is inundating them with nature. So we took like about a dozen cancer patients, and we took them on like a camping trip to Catalina and just documented them and did a bunch of like water sports and activities and just got them in the sunshine. And I think, and Tyler, maybe you can speak to this more, I think there's so many therapeutic healing elements to just the ocean, and also how powerful the mind is. Like I'm starting to read these books about how like the mind and the perspective controls so much more than we give them credit.
Yeah. What's this called, Gio? I want to see it.
It was called Between Two Harbors.
Okay.
And we made it in 2019.
Nice.
I want to watch that.
And
That's cool.
yeah, it was really well done. The director, his name was Richard Yellen. He's just this kind of old school sandy surfer dude, and he just kind of knocked it out of the park. I mean, the stories there, and what's so crazy is you get to know these people in like this short amount of time. I think we were there for a week, and we did like a follow-up with some of them like a year later.
Mm-hmm.
And sadly, I think two of the guys, they didn't make it, and then on the other side of that spectrum, a few of them are thriving. So it was just a real like human story.
Nice.
Cool.
That's cool. The ocean is incredibly healing. Like I remember in my early 20s, I got really sick, and just being able to like go dip my feet in the ocean after spending my whole life in it was like not like I can't even explain it. It was just being around the salt air. So I imagine that documentary is probably pretty powerful.
Yeah.
It was an honor to be a part of and get to know some of those people.
Yeah.
Bro, every time I look, I see the baby pictures.
I know.
Possible baby pictures. What's
Yeah,
what's going on?
It's getting real.
When's the baby coming?
T-minus 3 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, it's still like it hasn't really hit me yet, but when I walk into my house after work and I come home and I see a stroller and I see bassinet, I'm just like, oh my god, this is real. My wife is not just getting fat. Like Like she's
Oh, stop.
No, I'm kidding. I love her to death. You
can't keep saying that.
She's the cutest.
Bro, I
pregnant
loved my
wife.
wife when she was pregnant. She was all thick and like just sexy.
Yeah.
It was like almost like cheating on your wife, but with your wife.
I will say,
It
the
was.
hormone thing. It's legit.
I've heard
Oh,
it's
yeah.
real.
It's-
Like the
No.
pheromones,
Yeah.
it's like
No, I think he's talking about like they're very moody.
Oh,
Oh.
no, I wasn't. I was saying like
Oh,
on that
she's
note,
horny. Oh,
she
okay.
is
Yeah.
ready to go on a diet.
Sounds like the best thing ever. What are you complaining about?
I'm not complaining. I'm just.
That's what I had too, Gio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. No, it is weird though, like having sex because you're like there's a baby in there and you're like poking
Yeah.
around. So it does feel
Feel a little
strange.
odd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am actually excited. The closer we get to the due date, like to be a dad, like I see, we got the nursery set up, and I built the crib, and it's like, but seeing how I can now, see the light at the end of the tunnel, like we're gonna have a baby in less than a month.
Yeah.
I'm actually excited.
No, we're excited for you.
Thank you.
I can see it on you, Gio. Like you seem like less stressed about it.
It's
in a
funny.
way.
I was more stressed like a couple months ago, or like
Yeah.
the first 6 months, let's say, and then I don't know why there was just this mental shift. Maybe you can shed some light on that, but I feel great now.
Good.
Mine didn't come until the baby was like I saw the baby with my own eyes.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I remember being at his stage a few weeks away, and I was just, granted I was having two, but I was just like a wreck, man. I was just like, it's so stressful because you have they're humans,
Mhm.
and they're just going to hand them to you. You are expected to take care of them and to raise them.
I'm
Yeah.
freaking out.
That's
dude.
when it hit for me because I feel like it was like being in Twilight, like actually having the kid.
'Cause-
Like that was a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
But when I put the baby in the car seat and
Yeah.
drove the baby home for the first time,
Yeah.
I drove like 2 miles an hour like this.
Yeah.
Like that's when it hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, life's changed.
Completely, yeah.
I can't imagine. Like, I mean, obviously, I don't have a kid yet, but having, my dog, how much I love that thing. I couldn't imagine looking down and seeing something that like either looks like you or your wife or that you made, and like how
It's on a
cool that would
whole
feel.
nother level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One day.
And you popped out too.
I
I
know.
know.
That's what I think is like I don't get pregnant. My wife is I just have sex and then I play video games, play golf, I'm just doing my thing. My wife is gaining weight. She's got like kicking and all this weird shit happening, and then so it didn't hit me until I actually held the babies, and I was like, this is insane.
Yeah.
Like insane because it's like it's you,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now I'm freaked out again.
Oh, come on.
You'll be great.
No,
You'll be a great dad. You really will.
It's good.
Yeah. Well, season 2 just coming out. Like, you guys' popularity is growing. You're going to be recognized, around town even more now at restaurants. But your Instagram platforms are blowing up like crazy. How are you guys feeling? Is there a way to monetize that, or using it, to your benefit? What are you doing? Your social medias.
I remember last year, like when the show first came out, and we were all kind of like talking. I think I had like 60,000 followers or something, and within a week, everyone's like following had at least doubled, if
Yeah.
not tripled.
No,
and
some
so
people didn't have that much. Like
Yeah.
all went from
like 2,000 to,
like
Likewise.
1,200 to
Yeah.
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Nothing.
and then there were certain people too that were like you check their Instagram and they'd get the same amount of followers at the same time.
Oh, shit, yeah.
That person will
Specific
remain
person
Yeah.
got like
unnamed.
10,000 every single night
Yeah.
on the dot.
On the dot.
On the
yeah.
dot.
At midnight,
yeah.
it went 10,000 up.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh,
Yeah.
that person had been buying some followers.
But I mean, with season 1, like I did a couple brand deals, and that was awesome supplemental income. Like
Yeah.
you work with like an alcohol company and you do a couple posts or even a post, and it's a great side hustle.
Yeah.
Like, and there are people that are really much better at it than me, but those people, like that side hustle becomes a full-time deal. So, not only are we able to sell real estate and that exposure helps us, but the platform that this show gives us on our socials has been huge.
Yeah. And not a
Yeah.
lot of people know, but reality TV, typically it doesn't pay. So, and it doesn't pay much. But because we have Selling Sunset out in LA and it's our sister company, we already have viewers, So we were lucky enough to get paid for actually filming the show. But where you make your money is through brand deals.
Yeah.
That's where most people make their money. I mean, you look at the LA office, those agents out there are getting like $25,000 a post. You know, we're not quite there yet, but
We'll be there. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And you do a lot, Gio.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had any brand deals per se, but I think it's helped just when I go on a listing appointment, for example, and like just pitching that aspect of it that most 99% of other realtors in Orange County don't have.
Yeah.
It's just one little thing that gives you that edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, you got millions of viewers going to the website.
Yeah. And millions of eyes on social that are specifically looking at you for real estate, which is another interesting thing. Like a lot of people have huge followings for being like athletes or musicians, and like your target demographic is people that want to look at houses. So that's huge as well.
And it's funny because I will say I haven't gotten listings per se from Instagram, but I have like had leads that I've worked with that kind of have fell through the cracks. It's been like a couple of years later, but because we're now on the show, they're like, oh, I want to work with him.
Yeah.
Like, so I've gotten that call
For sure.
and then
Same.
sold him that house.
Like, why wouldn't
So-
you though? Because
Right.
it's like you're gonna sell your house. You go with any other realtor in Orange County besides your dad because he's just a legend. But you go with any other realtor, you get the same marketing material. Give or take. Some people are better. We're really good. Without the show, our marketing is amazing.
Yeah.
But then you throw the show in there and you got social following, you have a TV show, you have millions of people going to the website, like why would you not list with us? It only makes sense.
It's additional exposure
that no one else can offer.
And that like legitimately no one else can buy.
That's true.
Like
Yeah.
it's that good.
You can't even buy it.
Yeah.
No.
I know. It's crazy.
Priceless.
Yeah, sure is.
And that's all listings are, is about getting the most amount of eyes on your listing as possible. Most amount of people through the front door.
Yeah.
And the more people that see it, the more people are gonna do exactly that. So it's pretty huge, and we leverage it as much as possible.
Yeah, I know a lot of the other agents in the office are doing great with it. Polly has been doing Aroma Tech for this, last year. She's killing it with that.
Yeah.
And what Alex Hall did.
Hall's had a couple big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Espresso.
Keurig.
No.
Keurig.
Yeah.
My bad.
Direct competitor.
Keurig.
Edit that out.
Sorry, I like Espresso, not Keurig. My bad.
Hall's contract just got canceled.
$40K for a post. I'll definitely love Keurig.
All right, now for the good stuff. Season 2 is officially out. And we even have worse office dynamics now than after season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know that it can get worse
unbelievable.
though, because it's like it's already so divided,
Mm-hmm.
and we're on our sides. That like, how does it get worse?
I think people are just like getting hungry and desperate, and
Yeah.
they have no boundaries anymore. Before we had like mutual respect for each other, and it was like, okay, keep it professional. But now people they're just going for the jugular.
There's no
Yeah.
recovering some of those friendships.
No.
None.
No.
And there's like genuine hate going on,
Which is unnecessary. Like, I think that's the difference. If I were to like analyze our situation, I feel like our core group versus their core group, like we're able to kind of be respectful, forgive, move on, and they just will not let go. They like want to see us all like perish or something. Like, I don't understand it. It's so hard to explain. Like I've never. I feel like we're sometimes back in high school a little bit.
No, it's high school.
It is.
It's 100% high school.
Yeah.
And it's like, we film, we drink a lot, some things are said. When those things happen,
Yeah.
you talk about it. And normally you'd talk about it, and we would find a middle ground, or we just don't, I'm not going to associate with you anymore. And people they take it home, they fucking just bathe in it, and then they just use it as ammo and just come back, and there's no forgiveness, there's no professionalism. It's getting bad.
No, leaving it at the door. And I feel like it
No.
escalated so quickly this
Yeah.
season. Like,
We used to all be best friends.
right.
At first, that was pretty naive of us, though, because we were all like, "We're best friends. This is great. Everyone's so cool." And then, like,
How can you film a show when you're all best friends?
I think that got sorted quick. Like,
Well,
the
whenever
minute
we
the cameras
first,
turned on.
when we first met, we all went to production. We're like, hey, this is not even going to be a good show. Like, we all love each other.
Yeah. And production's like laughing at us.
They're
Basically,
like,
"You'll
just
see."
wait,
Yeah.
just wait. Fuck, they were so right.
They were right.
They do a good job.
They do.
They do.
They pick like such strong. I think everyone has such a strong personality that it's just inevitable that we're going to clash at some point, you know?
Yeah.
But Gio, you separate, filming in the show versus real life and
I don't
your
know.
professional career, and
It blows my mind that people can't leave it at the door, though. Like,
Yeah.
some of these individuals on our cast, they're just like, and I don't have to name names because when you watch it, you know who they are.
when we named names last time in
Yeah.
the last podcast, that didn't go too well.
I just, there's the show, and then there's work / real life, let's call it, and we're still all coworkers at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
There's a mutual respect. There should be a mutual respect.
you think so, yeah, and it's just not
Do
there.
they feel personally attacked? The people that we're talking about?
I think, it's hard for me to like get inside their heads and really understand like why are they like. I get offended when I'm filming. I'm sure it's the same for you too sometimes.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna wish essential like death upon this person. And
Yeah.
if I'm passing them in the office, I'm gonna treat them with the dignity of a human being. I mean, I feel like that's all our jobs.
Yeah.
I
Like,
think
I'm
there's
not
a-
going to make it my mission to like take you guys down because you hurt my
Right.
feelings, which I feel like is kind of the
Well, I
motive
think
of
there's
certain
also
cast
like,
members.
as a normal human being, you have a mental thing going on. We are filming a TV show, and you know that whenever you're doing these scenes, the cameras are hidden. You're living in real life. We're doing our thing, but the words that come out of my mouth, I know when I say something to you that there's millions of people that are gonna hear what I say. So I kind of have you kind of have a filter on. Sometimes you don't. You had some booze or whatever and loose lips. But most of the time, you're like, if this is going to affect their real life, you don't want to bring that up. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
those cards are gone. People
Yeah.
now are just like, and then it becomes like a revenge thing where people go after each other, and there's no going back.
Yeah.
It's crazy because you have that in normal life. It would be a normal situation, but like because there's like millions of viewers, it puts so much more weight on it.
Yeah.
And I think after season 1, some of the cast got so like they got a lot of got a bad rap like on the social media front, and I think they
Or
took,
not enough screen time.
that's the flip side of the coin. And I think when we walked into season 2, it was like guns blazing.
Yeah.
Like
People were ready to like right their wrongs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right their wrongs and
Or
be
wrong
the-
their rights.
Yeah.
Everyone stepped up.
Yeah.
Dress,
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Clothing,
Clothing,
personality,
attitudes.
and also like season 1, we're all just we never filmed a TV show before,
Yeah.
so we're a little shy around the camera. We're now season 2, we're well seasoned and ready to go. We're an oiled machine.
I think we are, but I think there's still some of us that treat it like we're filming a show, and like to both your points, are able to turn it off. And moving forward, I hope that like we're all able to adopt that, because the ones that don't, like, it really does take away from the show a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there are times though, like I'll get in my car and I'll be having a conversation like, fuck, I'm still mic'd.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
forget sometimes,
Yeah.
but like there's still like, even when I'm at home, I'm like, fuck, is someone listening? So like, it's kind of weird, isn't it like that? It's like this weird feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is. It's a learned skill, though. Like filming is a learned skill.
Yeah.
And I think that's why 2 is so much better than 1 as well, because we are all we're being ourselves, but we know what it's being asked of us as well. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think if, anyone that doesn't build relationships through this process, they're going to seriously regret it too. Because I think, the journey that the Oppenheimer Group's going on with these shows and, the relationships you guys are building with each other is really, at the end of the day, going to be the most important thing after you guys are done, after this is done too.
Yeah.
So if you walk away with this with no trusted relationships and friends and any people to count on,
I mean, what if we like go to season 7 or 8?
Yeah.
I think there's going to have to be some cast turnover, because there are some people that they've burned the bridge, like not only burned it, fucking destroyed the bridge.
Yeah.
You can't communicate with them anymore.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's also like, for instance, the Mexico scene. So there's a scene that I love that just depicts like people not taking advantage of what we've been given, like you're saying. So the boys are all in the pool having a drink, having fun.
Yeah.
having a fucking good time.
Best day ever.
A little bit buzzed. We're all like dancing.
Fun
Tyler's
day.
glasses are upside down. Meanwhile, the girls are upstairs arguing, you know, and then the other group, you know, there's kind of a clear divide. The other group is sitting there with arms crossed, just kind of in the dumps. And I'm like, when does your office get to go to Cabo all together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like have fun and see amazing real estate and have this opportunity, and you're not, you know, you're sad, you're depressed, and we're over here just having a good time. So, you know, there's that clear divide where like I think I'm on the right side, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Clearly, but yeah.
And to your point too, like there's very few people that understand what we're going through, like when we're filming, when the show comes out, the attention, the backlash, whatever it may be. So I feel fortunate to call you guys friends, because you're the few that do understand kind of how crazy this all gets. So yeah, if you don't have friends going through this, it would be tough.
Yeah, we're all going to Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Because last year, when the show aired, you know, the social media goes crazy, and no matter who you are, what you are, you're gonna have people that don't like you,
Yeah.
and they're gonna say some really mean things that really hurt your heart and make you want to cry. So we're all gonna be together when this launches.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
All
right.
Oh yeah, Justin's coming too.
Yeah.
So we'll be in Palm Springs together, so we can hold each other's hands, and it's all the
Wow.
tight knit group, and have a few drinks and kind of just let off the steam and let everything go while, you know, this all the heat comes off. So
While we're in the heat.
We're gonna be
It's gonna
we're
be
gonna be melting,
108.
that's for sure.
we got a sick house. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Like, who in season 2 caught you guys by surprise, like unexpectedly, just like?
I think Brandy caught me by surprise, just because like I think my experience with Brandy in the past has always been positive.
Yeah.
And I felt like she really was coming at me about things that she didn't know anything about, and she was kind of getting her information from tabloids and things, and treating that as gospel, and then coming at me as if I was like doing these things. And so that was just surprising. And then those ripple effects kind of caused a lot of other issues within the office, between other friendships. So like for me, that was the biggest surprise of like, is this the Brandy that I thought I was like friends with?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think I'd have to agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I filmed like 3 or 4 scenes with Brandy that didn't make it in season 2,
Yeah.
and like every scene, I felt like almost like a broken record, because she would bring something up that was, let's say, personal about Tyler and let's say Hall, and I kept saying, Brandy, you know, you have potential here to be a great realtor. Focus on the work. Like, focus on the work. You know, have your opinion, that's fine, but don't make your opinion your identity, which I felt like was her whole thing, kind of. And take it for what it's, you know, what that's worth.
Yeah. I think we were all on eggshells too, because she was going through a lot.
Yeah.
So it was like, you know, is this the real Brandy? And season
Yeah.
1 was just Brandy getting to know cameras and get to know us, or is this Brandy, you know, going through whatever stage of, you know, grief that she's in, you know? So we had to gauge that through the season.
Yeah.
I still don't know. Like, the Brandy that I know, I love, and
Yeah.
I saw some different sides of her. So, you know, only time will tell.
Yeah, her and I have a listing together with Polly LaConte, and she's been great.
LaCunty. LaCunte.
Is it in season? It's in season 2 when you say that,
I
right?
thought they were going to lean into that a little more.
Yeah.
It's in season 2,
What did
LaCunte.
you
Yeah.
call LaConte?
No,
You're like, what'd you say?
Polly doesn't know how to say LaConte, so she says LaCunte.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And we're like, I don't think that's the fucking name, yo. But, you know, British people love to say cunt, so.
Yeah. I will say too, Polly, like every scene that Polly's in is pretty fun. She always brings it.
Mm-hmm.
Gio's suits are on point, per usual.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
When you talk about the divide of people in the office, I feel like our side, if you want to call it that, clearly just likes to have more fun.
Yeah, like,
It was just funner to be around.
If you want to boil it down.
yeah,
We're just more fun to be around.
yeah. Kinda, yeah.
Well, I mean, you only get one. I mean, as far as we know, you only get one life. Like, why would you not want to have fucking fun?
Yeah.
You know? And we're part of this Oppenheim thing. It's fucking sick, you
Yeah.
know? This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. You know how many people, how many realtors, how many people around the world would fucking give anything to be in our shoes.
100%.
It's like almost winning the lottery, you know?
Absolutely.
It's crazy. We're
Yeah.
one of, 12 cast members that are on a TV show? I'm going to have fun. Why the fuck would I not have fun?
Yeah.
You know? Because this could end, and we could be done season 3 and be done, you know?
Yeah.
So, and look back and be like, oh man, I was just fucking dug myself a hole and was just depressed the entire time. Not going to happen.
Anything in season 2 that you guys wish you would have done differently?
Took Dramamine on that boat.
You were a trooper though, man.
That's literally the only thing. I did throw up in a bucket though.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't throw up in a bucket. I threw overboard.
I thought you did. No.
On the show,
You
it
had
makes
a
me look
bucket.
like I was throwing up
Yeah.
in my fucking drink.
Yeah.
That did not happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm like, I don't know that I have regrets or that I would do anything differently. It's just I don't think it'll ever become less strange to watch yourself on camera,
Yeah.
and especially in moments where either you think you're sounding one way and it kind of comes up differently.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it differently. It's just a strange thing to watch back for sure.
My scenes with Lisa are pretty cringe.
No, see, I thought they were like cute.
Really?
Yeah, and I
yeah,
thought you
very
guys had
cute.
like a very sweet dynamic that was able to come through on camera. So I thought they came off good. They came off real.
We're so judgmental on ourselves, too.
Yeah.
Like,
So I
looking
can't-
at it from a different lens.
I can't even fucking watch it, dude. The only reason I watched it is because we had press and we had to, but I would prefer just not to watch it.
Yeah,
And just have you guys tell me, like, it was good or it was bad. Just, I don't want to
100%.
I don't like seeing myself on camera.
Likewise.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Who does? I bet
I could.
few of those
I
people.
could name a few people. Yeah.
You guys are so good in that picture. Honestly, it's such a good picture. It's a good idea with the reflection, too.
It was a creative shoot.
Jason
Yeah.
does not come up to my nose, by the way. There's no fucking
No.
way.
Also, we are not like you're not almost as tall as me.
No. You can
No
see
one
on
is
the
almost as
other
tall as you.
promo photo, you could see the real height.
Yeah.
Yeah. Allie's taller than you.
Yeah.
How's Allie?
Gia?
I think she's she's sweet. I don't know. I think she's sweet.
She is.
I'm
sweet.
hard on her,
Yeah.
but I think she's really sweet. I
Just picked the wrong side.
think I cannot imagine like for her walking into like a second season of something where like you're trying to juggle like who's who, what's what. You
the whole
have to
office-
pick a side, man. And it's a 50-50. I think she picked the wrong one, but
Well, I don't think she picked it. I think she was chosen.
I think she was. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
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 And it felt comfortable, and
Yeah.
she was wanted, and you're in this place where people have already established themselves, and so you're gonna gravitate towards that.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
It just makes it easier to like get in with this crazy bunch, you know?
Yeah. We would be tough to like come into
Yeah.
late.
100%.
Yeah.
We're like no new friends.
Intimidating.
Kind of. We're all like we've hung out a lot. We work together. Like there's such strong bonds that
is.
it would be. I would feel intimidated trying to work my way in.
1000%.
Yeah, it's been years now.
Yeah.
And
She does hold her own. I mean, I'll say that.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if she could handle a nosy.
Only one way to find out. Give her one. So glad those things are done.
Yeah, we put it into those quick.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
I think because all the press hate from all the comments.
Yeah.
Did anything you guys want to clear up that was in the season that you just like, hey,
I mean, like for me, first and foremost, like there was never a triangle between Paulie, and I, and that was
and
like
I can back that up.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
everyone wants that.
everybody wants that, but like when Paulie and I kissed was months before Hall and I had ever even started talking about like, is there something there? Is there not something there? And so like, though it was like a singular event where Paulie and I were just drunk, kissed one time, that was it. And
You were single.
yeah, I
Yeah.
was single. Like there was nothing.
she's single.
Yeah, so there was nothing wrong with it, and so it's funny to watch it back too and see certain people kind of looking at Polly to apologize when Polly has nothing to
Well, they're,
apologize
they're
for.
latching onto that because
Yeah.
they're guilty for things they've done in the past.
Yeah,
So it's like, you know,
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
perfect opportunity because when we film, not everything is depicted on the show. Like we film for 4 months.
Yeah.
Or we've been filming for a full year. So like they take all that and they crush it down into 8 30-minute episodes. So not everything's seen, you know? So
Yeah.
like these, there's motives that are trying to be pushed by other characters on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so yeah, no triangulation. There was no.
triangulation.
Yeah.
Triangulation.
Triangle.
No, no.
You?
Yeah, Gio.
No, I mean, I think, man, we film so much. It's so weird to like think back on
I know.
everything that doesn't make it on camera.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You could probably make like 3 other seasons. But
100%.
like even Tiff told me like live on camera that she was pregnant, which was crazy.
Oh, that actually happened
That
on
actually
camera?
happened on camera. Like she coordinated with production.
Yeah, it's crazy
And she
how
was
they
like-
chose the finale at Polly's birthday to have you announce.
Yeah, I don't know. That was odd, but yeah, I don't know if I, it's like you see slices of ourselves, like, and I think people they watch these shows and they think, okay, that's the whole depiction of you, and that's just not true.
Yeah.
So,
So you want people to know that there's another side of Geo.
I think I want people to know that I'm not just like this cold-hearted bastard who just sells real estate all day and sleeps in a suit. That's it.
Wait, you sleep in a
drives-
suit?
No, I don't sleep in a
It
suit.
drives an orange Porsche.
Right. I
Which is the
think
same color as your shirt today.
I actually think into Geo, I do think that kind of comes across a little bit.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
I do think people start to see that there's more to Geo than.
I think this season gives
Yeah.
more to our character a little bit more.
Yeah.
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 It's nice to see you and Lisa interact and
Yeah.
that dynamic at home.
Yeah. But like, Lisa and we've been dating for forever, dude. So our like housing, dynamic is we trust each other fully. We get along fully, and sometimes just looks like, I'm overwhelmed by the kids, and Lisa and I are arguing about a lot of stuff. But I'd say that does happen. We're a normal couple, but
But that's real life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that is real life, yeah. But like most of the time, we're Lisa's pretty easygoing.
Yeah.
She's super cool. Like she's not always bitching at me. She trusts me. So yeah. And I think as seasons progress, you'll see that more often.
Yeah. All right, boys. Thanks for coming, dude. Honestly, I really appreciate it. Sharing a little insight on your life, your reality TV star life, your real estate life, your personal lives. So thanks for coming out.
No
Yeah.
problems.
This was fun.
Super
Thanks
fun.
for having us.
Next time I'll do some whiskey, and then you can bring that high tuna.
Perfect.
Cigars.
Yeah.
On it.
Ooh, cigars.
I like it.
Let's do it.
We'll elevate the podcast a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.